scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Short boot, taken at the 21. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Winston now to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first and 10, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. Now the ball comes loose. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Detroit! Detroit!
Following the fumble recovery, Lauletta. And right away, he lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Lauletta looking to throw on second down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Lauletta on third down, being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Gerald McCoy in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep for the Bucs, Deshaun Jackson. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over first and 10 deep in their own territory. Okay. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Okay. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now a second down throw for Winston. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They go play action here on first down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Jameis on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. He rifles one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes the playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Let's go now. Let's go. It's time to play. Sonic.
Now a play fake here on first down. And Winston lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The improv act, they're good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Back there to that Philly. Here we go. Leopard. Leopard.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. Calling no gain there. And it leads to a 4th down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Aldrich Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right?
And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And here's Lewis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. The Giants and Bucs, these two teams, they met in Week 4 last year in Tampa Bay, and it was Nick Folk with a game-winning field goal, 25-23, and at the time, that sent New York to 0-4.
And how about
looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. Look at the big man rumble, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here's Lewis. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Lauletta now on second. He hits Stewart in the flat. And now running right through it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. On first down, Lauletta. Going deep here for Landry. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jarvis Landry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A second down throw for Winston. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it's 3rd down.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now it's Lauletta. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Back to the air, Lauletta on second down. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 55 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now here's Lauletta. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Second down, Winston. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. A good pickup there at 22.
Let's go now.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Let's go. Hey, stop. Let's go.
A first down throw for Winston. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Lauletta on first down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. On first down, it's Lauletta. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
To the air yet again, Lauletta. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert.
Following the interception, Winston. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Winston. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And here's Lewis. Gets past one man, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Gerald McCoy in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Escaping the pressure right. Finding room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. From the gun on 3rd down, Lauletta. Flush to his right. It's caught. Shepard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Throwing on third down, Lauletta. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Lauletta from the 50. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Lauletta to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cameron Brate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here's Lewis. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Lauletta on first down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On first down, Lauletta. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. Flushed out right. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A shotgun snap to Lauletta. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jarvis Landry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Back to throw, Lauletta.
Most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Coleman now. And some room to maneuver. And now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Let's go, let's go. Green, triple C. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Hey, sub.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
From the red zone now, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. From the gun, Winston. Buying time to his left. Keeps himself upright. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, there's a bunch of pressure that time on third down. They nearly got him. Probably should have gotten him, but he's able to escape the pocket. But unfortunately, by then, that play had already broken down.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the Giants ready to come out now. Out of the gun, Lauletta steps away to his left. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got him in, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 39 that time. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
All right, here we go.
Lauletta on 1st down. Looking for Shepard deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Again, Lauletta. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Five on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Ready. Black 22. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Let's go. It's time to play. Easy. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And we'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Well, this may be a free play for Winston. He's going to air one out. And that's takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Point after now from Catanzaro. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard!
On 2nd and 10, Lauletta. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, Lucky 56! Leopard! Lucky 56!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Lauletta, eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bud Dupree. Powers through. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Bucs, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7.